Hi everyone, I am Himanshu and I am here again with my colleague Suraj to present another exciting project that we have recently completed as a cricket analyst. So for this project, we analyzed the data from 2022 IPL season with focus on Chennai Super Kings to understand the reason behind their last place to finish and explore the potential improvement for their upcoming season. So here we got a scenario. The head coach asked us to analyze the performance of the key player and the teams, focusing on their strengths, weaknesses, and the trends. Our goal was to find out what went wrong for the CSK and suggest the ways to help them to improve for the next season, such as selecting the right players in the upcoming auction based on these insights. We have used Python and Pandas for our data analysis, Matplotlib for visual comparisons, and built an interactive app with Streamlit. For this analysis, we have used two key data sets. First one is, as you can see in my screen, it's the ball by ball analysis of each match. So this data set provides the detailed ball by ball information of every match. So here are the key columns, which includes match ID, innings, over, ball number, who was the batsman facing that ball, and who was the bowler against him, and run scored at that ball, and if the wicket was taken or not, which allows us to break down the performance of the players and teams at every level, tracking every delivery and the ball that was delivered at the tournament. Now here is the another data set that helped us in our analysis, which contains the summary level information of each match. It includes the key columns like match ID again, the city or the venue, the date of the match, uh, which were the teams that was facing against each other, who was the toss winner, what were the match results, who was the player of the match, and what was the winning margin of that match. Now, Suraj is going to explain the rest of the part of this project. Over to you, Suraj.
Thank you, Himanshu, for the overview. Hello, everyone. I'm Suraj, and I'm going to walk you through the Streamlit app, and we are going to analyze the performance of Chennai Super Kings together. So here you can see this is our Streamlit app we created for the analysis. Here we are going to compare Chennai Super Kings performance with Gujarat Titans because Gujarat Titans was the champion of that IPL season. Here you also can select multiple stream together and you can analyze them as well if you want. Currently, we are going to analyze on the Chennai Super Kings with Gujarat Titans. So we can analyze both teams on two phases. One is why batting and one is why bowling. And we are doing this comparison in different phases, power play, middle over, and death overs. So let's start analyzing. So first, let's start by batting. So let's generate some graph. So here we can see Chennai Super King is in light blue color and Gujarat Titan in light coral color. So while looking at this graph, we can see total runs per match scored by each team. So in power play, Chennai Super Kings and Gujarat Titans scored almost equal runs. And in middle overs, Chennai Super Kings were doing slightly better than Gujarat Titans. But in death over, Gujarat Titans' performance was better than Chennai Super Kings. That was the reason Gujarat Titans was good in that IPL season. And which we also can see that in this graph of runs per over that Gujarat Titans scored with the 10.24 run rate and Chennai Super Kings scored with the 9.30 run rate. Now let's see the biggest loss comparison in each phases. So in this graph, we can see CSK lost more wickets as compared to Gujarat Titans in all three phases. So in power play and in middle over and in death over. So this was the one of the reason why CSK was not able to score more runs at the end of the inning. Now let's see the runs scored by the each team over by over. So here we can see in this graph the runs scored by Chennai Super Kings in each over and the runs scored by the Gujarat Titans in each over. So we can see in the first and second over, CSK was not able to score more runs, and Gujarat Titans scored comparatively more runs in first and second over. And in the death over, we can also see that on 17th over, Chennai Super Kings only scored 90 run, and Gujarat Titans scored 119 run. So their performance were better than Chennai Super Kings. Now, on the basis of this analysis, we can target players on the auction as well, that which player we need for our requirement. Now, let's do the player analysis. Now, let's find out batsman according to our requirement. So here we can see in the batsman stat, we can select batsmen on the basis of batsman run, strike rate, impact score, and average. And with the help of this slider, we can filter out the players who have scored less than runs we required. For example, we need player who have scored more than 100 runs, so we can select on the 100. And after that, we can create dashboard. So now we need player with the highest strike rate who can score in the death over. So here we can see Tim David, Dinesh Karthik, Livingston, and Russell are the one of the player who have scored with the highest strike rate in that IPL season. So we can target these player mm, on the auction, and we have different columns for the analysis as well. For example, batsman run, average, strike rate, impact score, not outs, and we also have added the dot ball percentage. We have created impact score by combining batsman run, average, and strike rate. So we can find players who have all these three things balance, and we can find a balanced player who can play in any phase according to requirement. Now let's go again on the IPL analysis page, and now let's compare both team by their bowling. So by generating graph, we can see total wickets taken comparison. So here we can see in power play, CSK was not able to take more wickets as compared to Gujarat Titans. And in middle overs, CSK performed well and take more wickets as compared to Gujarat Titans. But again in that over, CSK was not able to take as much as wicket as Gujarat Titans. So by looking at this graph, we can understand that CSK need players who can take wickets in power play and death over. Now let's move forward and let's see the total run conceded per match. So here we can see in power play and death over again CSK conceded more runs as compared to Gujarat Titans. So the main reason for this, we can say that CSK was not able to take wickets in power play and death over as compared to Gujarat Titan. That's why they conceded more runs. So by analyzing this graph, we can draw a conclusion that CSK need bowlers who can take wickets at the initial phase of the match and also in the death phase. So now on this basis, let's again go to the play analysis. Now let's find out the bowler according to our requirement. So we need a bowler who have taken most wicket. So we can select by selecting from this drop down, and then we can create the dashboard. So here we can see Yuzvendra Chahal, De Silva, Umran Malik, and Rabada are the one of the most wicket-taking bowlers in that IPL season. So we can select or target these players in auction for our requirement. So in this section, we have added the innings, overs, wicket, economy, average, and the impact score, or the impact score we have created by adding wickets, economy, and average to find out a balanced bowler who have all three good qualities. And if you want to further check out the impact score, how we have calculated it, so you can check out the documentation where we have mentioned the impact score, how we calculated it. And we also have a team comparison section where you can select any of these parameters and generate graph. So here you can find out the performance of the each team in that IPL season. So this was the Streamlit app. Now let's go to the backend code. This is the backend code of our project. So here you can see the structure. The dataset folder contain all the dataset we have used for the analysis, and the batting module and the bowling module contains the code for the batting and bowling analysis. And the IPL analysis module and the pages folder contained code related to the Streamlit app we have created for this analysis. So if you want to check out this code, you can find out this in the description of the post, or you can also find this out on the GitHub page of iDataMinds. So if you have any queries about this project, and if you want to ask any questions, you can ask in the comment section. So now over to you, Himanshu.
Now, here we have seen an analysis of CSK's performance in IPL 2022, where we have identified the areas for improvement and explored the potential players to target in upcoming auction to enhance the team performance in the next season. Thank you.